Hi everyone, Dr. Victoria Scarborough here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. I'm actually here sitting in my husband's room in our office, so it's a little different view for you, although you can't really see what's behind me. He's an artist, among other things, and he has some of his art on the walls. Maybe I'll ask him if it's okay. Maybe next time I'll turn the light on. You could actually see it. I just watched the Netflix special on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and a few other of the Justice Democrats that ran. It's very, very inspiring. Not just Alexandria's story, but the story of the other people who ran and the reasons they ran. I gotta give these people credit because it's a lot of work, and it can be a great victory, but it could also be heartbreak. But things are changing, folks. Things are changing, and everything starts from the ground up. So let's take a look at what's going on now with. I got overclamped, so sorry. Probably should have my nose before I started this. So I want to do a couple of cards. I want to do some cards on Barr. I want to do some cards on Mueller. Yeah, and we'll see where it goes. So let's start with Barr. I don't have it set up so you can see the cards, but I'll pick them up so you can see them. So let's see what the situation is with the Attorney General and the consequences of his not speaking to Congress. He is in contempt, but let's see where that's going to go, what that really means. Because you can say a lot of words and you can say a lot of things, but if action doesn't back it up, or some sort of change and shift doesn't happen, then they're just words. As they say on Game of Thrones, words are just wind. And it's very windy in Washington. Okay, I am cutting the cards. All right, let's see. Okay, the immediate environment. Okay. We got the victory card reversed. Now, I generally don't read reversed cards, but I look to see well, we'll see. I'm going to read it as reversed. And so this is the victory card. And so this was not his best outing. I feel like there is no victory here. Let's see what's crossing it. This is the Six of Swords is about moving away from the chaos and the tumult to sort of the bridge over troubled waters. It's like trying to move on. But this is the challenge, and I feel as though there is no moving on from this. This is an issue, and this is a big issue. Let's see what's at the root of it. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. This is somebody who has put a lot of effort into a situation, but ultimately turns their back on the situation. So I feel like this is him resigning. This is a resignation. This is abandonment to a certain extent. So there's a sense of abandonment or resignation here. Let's see, in the past, we have the Justice card. Okay. This could be very, very much the immediate past, wherein he was found in contempt of Congress. This could be his past, as far as his past being a lawyer. I mean, he is the Attorney General, right? Let's see what's in the sky. We have the Eight of Wands. This is more information coming in. The information is coming fast and furious, and I think no matter what he does, he's not going to be able to sort of stem the flow of information that's coming. Let's see what's in the immediate future. Okay, we have, oops. This actually came up like this, but I'll put it like this so you can actually see it. This is the Death card. And so this is a change of status, change of relationship, but it was upside down. So I feel like the change is coming, but it's not coming perhaps as quickly as you might think. How this is seen from the outside. The idle rich, right? The moneyed few looking out over their estate. I think this is seen as the people with money playing games, you know. I also feel there's a sense of isolation here. And so I feel like he will get isolated from, no matter what he does, even if he does exactly what Trump wants him to do, and he takes the fall for everything Trump wants him to do, there will be no gratitude on Trump's part. And so he might feel left out because of that. Or this could just be feeling left out as far as the work that, you know, like what he's done has made him somewhat of a pariah. That's what that feels like to me. Let's see the domestic situation. We have the indecision card upside down. So a decision will be made. The stalemate will break. Let's see hopes and fears. I think he's regretting his choices. The outcome. We have the Ace of Cups. This is happiness. Let's see the Nine of. So that's the outcome. Happiness. That's very interesting that that's the outcome. New relationships. It's a very positive card considering all the other cards that have come up. So let's keep pulling, see if we can get a major arcana. We have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Chariot moving on. And so I feel as though he'll be happy in a way that he's moving on from this. That's what it feels like to me. And let's see what's underneath. We have the Four of Pentacles, which has to do with being attached to the money. So really at the end of the day, this was... I almost feel like on some level it was protecting the assets. And having the Republicans in charge protects the assets of those people who are paying the Republicans to vote the way they vote and to do what they do. So it was really just a matter of that. But, you know, change is here and change is coming, and that can only work for so long, especially with somebody like the 45th president in the White House. Okay, so it does look like Barr is going to be leaving. It does look like it may not be it may be longer than 6 weeks, but he is moving on. Okay, so let's see about Mueller, and I just have to put these cards. I use these for a reading, and the people just like, I usually like to keep my cards all the same direction, but let's see the story from that. I never really liked reading them ill-disposed, but let's see. Now I want to look at Mueller and Mueller testifying. First, I think if he will testify, I think if he's called to testify, he will testify. I don't think he's corruptible the way Barr was. And I want to see the outcome of that. We're almost there. Sorry. All right. All right. Yeah, that the documentary on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the other Justice Democrats is very, very inspiring. But it, you know, you have to really want it to get it. There has to be something beyond you. In the case of these other Alexandria and these other people, it was mostly, from what it seemed like, it was mostly They were doing it for the people. I mean, they were really doing it for the people. Okay. This is Mueller testifying. We have the Three of Wands here. This is cooperation, so he's definitely going to cooperate. The Crossing card. The Magician. I feel as though this is people from the outside trying to manipulate, trying to pull strings. That's what this feels like. Hi, Boo. I'm doing a video.
Oh, you doing a video right now?
Yep. It's all right. Oh. Boo came to visit, and then Boo left. So cute. This is at the root, the Two of Swords. I don't think he's pleased. I don't think he's pleased about this. I don't think he likes the idea that he's been put in this situation. This is a stalemate card. There's the swords here, but they're not picking up the swords. Huh. One guy has a drum. You see that? Beating the drum. And the other guy is deciding. Perhaps deciding which sword to pick up. Because the other guy has drums. And he can't really... Well, I mean, I guess you could pick up a sword, but, you know, he's got the big drum there. So I almost feel like the drummer is the drumming of evolution. Like, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Yeah. Okay, let's just leave that there and see what's in the past. Okay. I think he was really shocked at what he found. I think it really shook him to his core. That's what that looks like to me. Let's see what's in the sky. We have the Two of Wands here. Information coming in or information going out. Actually, this is information. Well, it could be coming in or going out, but there's an exchange of information. And this guy is standing there with the World. And so I feel like we're going to get the bigger picture here. He's definitely going to give us the information that we are not getting otherwise. See the immediate future. So this is 6 weeks out. Okay, we have the card of hope. Okay, so this is a hopeful card. This is following your guiding star. This is for the good of the people. This is an Aquarius vibration. How it's seen from the outside. The warrior, giving it one more try, he has one more battle to fight. The domestic situation. I feel like there's an attempt here to, domestically for him, is to try to keep things light, but he has these two swords, this decision. So the decision weighs heavily on him. I'm not sure. Yeah, the decision lays heavy on him. I still feel like he's going to talk, or he's going to do what he has to do. I think he's going to do it, but I feel as though there's two paths he can take. He can take a path where he can grab the sword and really clear things, or he's going to take the path where he takes the sword and doesn't completely clear things out, if you know what I mean. Like, one guy had two hands and he could do the swords whatever way he wanted to. The other guy had the drum and the sword. So it's a little bit, you're not as efficient. So I don't know, maybe full exposure to partial exposure is what I'm getting here. Hopes and fears for a change in fortune. A change. He wants to see a change. I'm sure he's not pleased with what's going on with the Republican Party. I can't imagine he is. Everybody says what a great guy he is and how, and this, that, and the other thing, and everybody respects him. So I can't imagine it's just that he wants what's going on to continue. Outcome, the Chariot. Moving on, the Victory card, getting on the path, the Warrior in his Chariot. So it looks like he's gonna definitely do it. The only thing that I see here is he's deciding on just how much maybe he's comfortable or that he's legally able to say. Yeah. And I do think he's going to get a lot of slack. Boy. This Tower card could be not only what he uncovered, which he may have suspected, because if you know anything about Trump, you can't not expect that in a way. But the whole Barr situation, like he feel like he got thrown, not necessarily thrown under the bus, which he sort of did, but thrown out of the tower. All his work, all his thing, all his carefulness was just sort of like, nothing to see here, folks. It's a nothing burger. It's a huge burger. And that could have been the shock that he received. And the enlightenment that, I feel like it's like the enlightenment that of what's real, like what's really going on here. And now he has to make the decision about what it is that he is going to, how far he's going to take this. Okay, so I think that's what I want to. I think those are the things I wanted to review. This is 17 minutes long, so I think that's long enough. But if I think of anything else to ask or any other questions, I will. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. Like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.